Hello everyone and welcome to my living room dining room. I'm really excited to be giving you this tour of the space because this is my favorite place in my home currently. I just painted this little statement wall here black, and I think that just finished off the room perfectly, but I kind of wanted to go through some of the details that make up this space, so let's get started. All right, so I want to start off with this side of the room. We have a big couch. I really wanted to make sure that we had a giant couch in the space because my pup Max likes to sleep on it. This is one of his many beds in the house. And then we just have a little throw and then black pillows to accent it off. As you will see going through the space, I am a big fan of neutrals and black. So that's pretty much what my inspo was for this space. I wanted to keep it very neutral, but have that contrast of the dark and, you know, statement blacks throughout the space. Above the couch, this is a recent addition that I've done here, and I hung this beautiful gold mirror. I actually found that on Facebook Marketplace. I love that find. It cost me $80 and I think it was an absolute steal. And I kind of accented it with a few different photographs on either side. So I have these frames from IKEA. They're 12.5 by 12.5 and they only came in a silver color, so I just spray painted them black to match the rest of the room. Now in each of the frames I wanted to add some, like, a personal touch. So I thought by implementing a couple of my favorite travel photos, it really made it a little bit more personal and homey. So that's exactly what I did. I have a few photos from Thailand, I have some from New Zealand and Cambodia and Bali and Taiwan. So a couple of my favorite pictures that I've taken over the years just to have out on display. Now framing the couch, I have two lamps. These are actually hand-me-downs from my parents. And you know what, I kind of like them. So they're gonna stay. And then the side tables, I was really looking for something that fit within the room and kind of matched everything else. Also wasn't too in your face. I just wanted something small because there wasn't a lot of space on either side of the couch. So these two little end tables I actually found at Walmart, which I thought were perfect because the dark wood matches really well with the coffee table. Now the coffee table that I have in the middle here, this I found on Kijiji, which is like a secondhand and used furniture website that we have here in Canada. And this was made by the person that I bought it off of. So he hand makes these coffee tables and I thought it was just beautiful. It's like a little chest, and then on the inside you can have room for storage, so storing like different DVDs and things like that inside there, extra candles, you know, all of the good stuff. Then of course back here we have the main statement wall. This is where the TV has been hung. We also have a fireplace here, which is so great for the winter time. And then on the mantle, it's just really simple. I have this one piece of art that I found at a thrift store just because I really loved the frame on it. And then I also just have this little planter here. I think adding a bit more greenery on the mantle will really spice up the place, but for now I'm loving how it looks. Now if we move over to this half of the room, we have a black bookshelf with glass shelves, and I thought this fit the space perfectly. I was so happy that it was the size it was because that wall, it fits right in there and adds some height to the room as well, which I really like. So I kind of just dressed up the bookshelf with some books obviously and just a few little knickknacks and things that I've picked up while traveling. I also have another picture frame here that I found at an antique shop. And for the books, I initially had all of my books so that they were pages coming forward and it was very neutral. And then I saw Shay Mitchell's home on Architectural Digest. They do little home tours and she had all of her books color coordinated on her bookshelves and it looked so good. So I was like, I'm gonna do that because it's nice being able to see the spine of your book and knowing where your books are if you want to grab for one. I do really like the color coordinating and it kind of adds a little bit of color to the space. Who would have thought? So yeah, that's working out really great. And then beside the bookshelf is the matching chair to the couch. So the couch and chair set are from Leon's. I really love this set. I think it's great and super comfortable, and once again accented with a black pillow. Now moving on to the dining room, so the space right in front of me over here. Now the dining room was a really fun project for me. I actually have an entire video of my DIY process for the dining room table and the chairs. These chairs I got from an antique store, and I completely flipped them. They were not the nicest looking before, and I painted them black. I reupholstered them, and I'm obsessed with how they turned out. I know they're not to everybody's taste, but that's okay because they're to my taste and it's my place. Now above the dining room table, I have another piece of art which adds a nice little bit of color to the room as well. And this art was actually painted by my Nana, and I thought it was another thing that really added that personal touch to the space and makes me smile every time that I look at it. Love the frame, came in that frame, she had it all framed and everything, so I just, you know, plopped it right up there, and I think it fits that wall perfectly, and it looks really great and adds to the room as a whole. So that is it for the living room dining room tour. Let me know what you think of the space. I'm very happy with how everything turned out, and it's one of my favorite places just to sit and enjoy and have the fire on and have a candle and a hot tea. Gives me all the good vibes, and it's nice to be able to have your style fully reflected in your living room and in your space, you know, a lot in the spaces that you spend the most time in and the pup spends the most time in. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!